What is up, everybody? It's the Inhuman one here, and today we've got quite a bit going on in today's stream. Most importantly, we've tried to experiment as much as possible with kind of hacking into further, into the ARG that is Happy Meat Farms. I want to do a little bit of a recap on what we have covered so far. Essentially, we have broken into the employee access portal. We watched 3 videos on a website here that was actually on YouTube that has 3 leaked videos. And this is actually key to my progression through the next stage. The reason why the second stream took so long and was scheduled so far out was because I was having a heck of a time figuring out the next step. But let's walk through this. So essentially, we were able to watch the 3 videos. We were then directed to the website where we watched this video here that gave us the employee access code. It also gave us a little bit of a message that we were able to decipher that said, what did it say? Oh, I have to decrypt it. Brute force decryption. I'm not a robot. Host assimilated, mother colony established, preparing the reconnection. And we went through the entire process, and I showed you how I did it. It was pretty difficult. Now, once we got through to the employee access portal, there wasn't too much more information that we really could use. So I was a little bit at a standstill. I didn't know how to progress or move forward. It was actually very confusing. So what I ended up doing to figure out how to progress further is I found a way to, well, all I did really was go into each of the 3 videos, and I looked at the upload dates. What's up, Crane? How you doing? So sorry it's been so late, but I'm explaining why this second stream was not just a few days after the first. It took me like the entire time, whatever it was, I think 8 days or more, to figure this next part out, and it was so hard. But anyways, what I did was I said, okay, if this video here gave us, pointed us to the website then gave us the employee access code. From that employee access portal, there really wasn't much to go off of. So I said, okay, what video was uploaded next? And this is what took me probably, I think, 8 days. So I watched this video here with the human genome modification tests. And this was where I literally went frame by frame. I rewatched this video probably, I don't know, for hours and over the course of 8 days. And I finally figured this out. So I'll show you what I found. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing really good. I just, my brain is fried, after having to figure this out. Because I have not used any guides or anything yet. Any videos, anything. I don't want to spoil it. But my brain was just fried. Like, I had no clue what to do. But I figured, okay, I'm probably coming into this ARG a bit late. The video upload order is going to be important. So I went to that video because I was saying this video should give us the next step. And I'm assuming then the third video will give us the final step. So I haven't even been able to go over that one 100 times like I did this one. I watched this video probably 100 times. And it was a lot. So anyways, what I did was I was able to then find certain frames that really stood out. So I'll show you kind of my thought process here. Okay, so what I did was I was watching the video. And these are my thumbnails. You guys are like, what is this guy? I'm a YouTube guy. I'm going to have thumbnails everywhere. So every time they were introducing a new subject, there was a weird, it was like on the beat. But some of the letters being revealed and blurred were not on the beat. And I noticed this after, I don't know, this was 3 days after the fact. And I was like, what the heck? And I was like, I'm not seeing anything. It's just a weird blur. I literally was then frame by frame, as small as I could possibly dissect it. And I finally found out that every time they introduced a new code, it was they had a letter that would blink for a half a second. I mean, it was even less than that. And you could see it clearly while the other letters were not clear. So we had C, M, 0, 4, 2, T. And now this is a very strong guess of mine because the reason why I believe this is correct is because it has the same format as the other code we found initially, which was ZX159G. It's got the letter, number, letter format, CM042T. So I do believe that that's going to be, I hope, the right code. I have not tried it yet because I didn't want to ruin the surprise, but I do believe that's it. If not, I have no clue what we're going to do today. We're probably going to skip to my challenge run for Wolong because I have no clue how to move forward. So we're going to try it out and see if that's the code, okay? So we shall see. They look cool. Yeah, there's... Oh, the thumbnails, thanks. I've got 3 channels, so I try and keep it to where it's sort of similar, similar template-wise, but most importantly, I do like them to have differences because, like, each channel of mine is kind of like a different part of me, So, the Lord channel is going to have kind of a different feel to it than my guide or live channel, than my anime channel, So it's like each of them, I want them to be similar, at least from a design standpoint, but also different enough because it's kind of like I'm adapting to the different mindsets whenever I'm like doing content for that type of channel. So it helps me just do it that way. Otherwise, I'd have one channel that has everything, and that would drive me crazy. I actually started off that way, and I'm a little bit of a, organizational kind of freak. Okay, but anyways, let's go back to the actual website itself. I haven't been here in a few days. I figured it out, I think, Friday of last week. No, it was Saturday. Saturday no, that's not right at all. What is today? I don't even know what today is. This is what happens when you're a content creator. You don't even keep track of time. No, I figured it out Wednesday. That's right, Wednesday. And because I was trying to schedule the stream, and I was like, I cannot actually make a stream if I don't know what I'm going to do. So this was the closest thing. This is like my Hail Mary. I think this is correct. I would be very shocked if it's not, because that is a code to something. It's either the code to the the research and development, or it's the code to HR, and I don't know yet. But I'm thinking it's the research and development code. So let's try that. Employee access. And I'll be sure to check chat more often as well. Employee access, and then we're going to go to the employee access portal. Let's see. ZX159G. Okay. We've been here already. Didn't get too much more information other than obviously the leaks from R&D and whatever else. This is what took me to that same video, that same channel or website on YouTube. So hopefully that's right. Okay, so now we have the research and development department and human resources. I'm going to guess that this is going to take us to the research and development department, or if not, it's HR. It's got to be one of the two. I mean, it's literally the exact same format. So let's test it out. Let me make sure. Hope it works. Yeah, me too, man. This took me so long. I don't know if it is, but if it doesn't, I'm probably going to cry, and then I'm going to play Wolong and do a challenge run. CM042T. Oh, yes, it's right. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is good, and this is creepy. We got all kinds of stuff. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's really exciting. Golly, literally I was so stressed because I wasn't sure this was going to even work. Okay, yes. This is awesome. This is great news. Let's see what we got. I want to see if you said anything. It worked. Okay, so I need to put, that is the RFID code, CM042T. Yes, CM042T. Oh my gosh. Now we just need to find the HR code, and that is going to be incredible. All right, so I'm going to take some notes. We are in the research and development, so R&D department website. Actually, I don't like the way that's going, so we're going to put that there. R&D department website. All right, let's dissect this thing, shall we? Oh my gosh, that is very exciting. Okay, yes, that took me like 8 days. I remember saying 8 days. All right, let's see. First things first, let's check chat. Gross, but cool. Gross, but cool indeed. All right, we see it says Happy Meat Farms Research and Development Department. Welcome to the Happy Meat Farms Research and Development Department portal. We're so glad to have you on this highly coveted team. The R&D department is a team of trusted, extremely talented scientists discovering ways to push us closer to the new world order. Project Chimera, holy moly, that's huge. So a chimera is, well, we have the internet right here, right? So I'll let Google tell you. A chimera, pretty much it's a creature composed of different animals, you know? So like this one here is like a lion, a snake tail, and like a goat back and stuff. So it gets pretty complicated and pretty neat. So I do like that. Essentially, it seems to me like they're trying to combine these different creatures. We don't know to what gain yet. We know we have to feed mother, right? And we know that they do like the biomass increasing so that there can be more meat to feed mother with. But I guess, you know, we're going to learn more about what Project Chimera really means and what they're truly trying to accomplish, because now we're finally in to the Research and Development Department, which is kind of like the brains behind the operation. HR would be like the overall, probably like the, you know, whoever the leadership is, but the research and development team is going to be the scientists that are actually conducting the experiments that we see the genome tests for on the leaked YouTube website. So that's pretty cool. Project Chimera. All right, so let's see what we got. The primary objective of the HMF R&D department is to provide the largest amount of living biomass to HR. Okay, so it's really just to increase the size again of the meat or of the organism. Project Chimera was started as a way to use science to increase the potential of animal growth through advanced genome modification. Okay, then we're going to have some blocked out text here. So let's see. The goal, okay, so primary objective is increase biomass. Provide largest amount of biomass to HR. Which pretty much, I don't think HR like I've mentioned this before, or maybe it's just a play on words like human resources because you're using humans as a resource to feed. I don't know yet though. But anyways, we know now that it's just about biomass. So biomass increase. That's all we care about, apparently. Foreign DNA, okay, maybe we can just like highlight it. Foreign DNA is provided by mother and inserted into the test subjects, yielding a variety of different outcomes, which is kind of weird if you think about it. The foreign DNA from mother, which is probably an alien, is being injected and inserted into these organisms, right? Like pigs, whatever, different cattle, livestock, whatever. But then if they're, say, growing large enough, they are being fed back to her. So is she like a cannibal? You know, maybe there's something to that. Because if I injected my DNA into something, it's going to be a part of me. And then if I eat it, I mean, I'm kind of eating myself, right? That's essentially what mother's doing. And I wonder if they're doing that against mother's will, or if they just, or if that's by her instruction, right? So is she instructing the R&D department and whatever else to use her DNA? Obviously, she's allowing them to extract her DNA. They're getting samples somehow. And I'm pretty sure if she didn't want them to, she might be able to fight them off. So maybe this is by and through her instruction that she wants her DNA in them because she knows it'll result in a large or an exponential increase in biomass at the cost of her, you know, pretty much being cannibal. Because maybe that's just not sufficient nutrients and she needs something that's not from Earth to be able to provide her more food. Maybe that's why she came here, because they are a cannibal species of creatures. and maybe they eat each other, and so she came here, and she's trying to maybe start her own colony, right? Remember it talked about establishing reconnection with the colony? So let's think about that. I'm going to put a little star here, and I'm going to put cannibal. Are they cannibals? You know? Is mother a cannibal? I have no clue. But that is interesting. I mean, like, you're eating yourself. Yeah, just search it. Like a mythological creature or an act. Yep. Exactly. You know, the funny thing is, I like I love Batman quite a bit, and I was watching Batman Beyond a few nights ago, and one of my favorite episodes is whenever they are trying to create a chimera. You know, so they're using genome type studies to inject or alter the DNA of like the students. So instead of like getting your nose pierced or something, or getting a tattoo, it's like, no, you're getting a mod. And you're modifying yourself, like, hey, now I got cheetah prints, or now I have claws, or whatever. So that was one of the cool episodes where they were trying to create like a chimera, right? And that was interesting. But anyways, okay, cool, good stuff. So we have inserted the test subjects, yielding a variety of different outcomes. Most of the time, they become really fleshy. They have lots of eyes, and yeah, they look like this. For example, we're gonna have to examine these pictures, I'm sure too. After years of testing, well, that's true, 2014, we have managed to refine this process and greatly increase the biomass of the subjects, and we've even moved on to human trials. Yep, that's how we got this code, my friend. The subjects who survived the process displayed different physical abnormalities and contortions. In some cases, the subjects displayed aggressive behavior or increased intelligence. That was the host one, which subject H0027, intelligent, dangerous, escaped. She was considered a host. Okay. Thanks to our state-of-the-art containment rooms, yeah, we've had almost no subjects escape their captivity, except for the one I just mentioned. Rest assured, all of the escaped subjects will be dealt with accordingly. There you go. So they're actually saying, hey, yeah, there maybe some escaped. And as a matter of fact, we know that the weird spider cow owl creature that's in the HR department has also escaped. I think that's I have the research number for that one as well. The subject number M0101. So that is the subject that escaped to the HR department. Okay, I love it. It's all coming together now. So we're kind of putting together the pieces of the puzzle, and the new, I guess, area that we've been able to explore or hack into has given us kind of that that cohesiveness that we needed, because it's kind of, okay, so there, where the subjects are we're already past that point. So this is like as current as possible. We know that subjects have escaped. They're going to be dealt with. We know it's been going on for years, and now we know it. Really, just the key is increasing biomass. So, good stuff. Yeah, I remember. Sorry if I don't say anything in a while. It's because I'm playing but watching your stream at the same time. No worries, no worries. Enjoy. What are you playing, by the way? What are you playing? Resident Evil 4, maybe? Let's see. Thanks to our Project Chimera is ongoing and yielding positive results for HR. Okay, HR. You know, when I read that, I'm always thinking, like I said before, there's got to be something other than just human resources. Like, what is it, right? If it doesn't truly stand for human resources, is it an acronym for something, or is it just kind of like, does it mean her, right? Like her as in mother. I don't know. I mean, I feel like there's a little joke to that. Okay, there's another oh no, I was gonna say there's another project. Project Vulnerability. No, that's not the name of a new project. That's just a weird title. Over the years, Happy Meat Farm's meat was linked to cases of different disease outbreaks across the world. While none of these links were publicly proven or prosecuted, it nonetheless gave us the idea for Project Vulnerability. It is the name of a project. Okay, never mind. Project Vulnerability. Okay, what the heck is this? The R&D department created different meat products that could give consumers various different diseases. Rarely, these products were slipped into the market and consumers were heavily monitored. The goal of the project was to see how creating vulnerabilities in different members of the populace could prove to be useful in creating the New World Order. The project found varying degrees of success. You've got to be kidding me. Okay, so the primary objective is to just expose people to illness? I guess so, yep. Give consumers various diseases. Various different diseases. I feel like that's very redundant. Okay, that's crazy. And this was supposed to be helpful in creating the New World Order. I have no clue how, but apparently it's good studying, good data for that, I guess. The project found varying degrees of success. All right, let's take a look at chat real quick. Oh, okay. Nothing yet. Subject, Arnold Burris, age 63. Subject consumed HMF chicken breast and developed type 1 diabetes. Yielded no results. Okay, so Arnold Burris, he developed diabetes, and that was not important. Apparently that was not the desired result. Okay, so that's important. No useful results. Then we have Hugo Lawson. Subject consumed HMF thin-cut ham and developed chronic kidney disease. Subject died 9 months later and yielded no useful results. Okay, so we got Hugo Lawson. And I am taking down these names because what if we see them elsewhere? What if... maybe they're the code for HR, or maybe we can find the code for HR here. If we don't, then we have to go back to the HR video. But this could be something that leads us to, another set of human trials that we can find elsewhere, maybe on another website, whatever. So he just died of chronic kidney disease. That sounds painful. Chronic kidney disease. No useful results. Okay. And then we have Cecil Mayhew. Subject consumed HMF ground beef and developed pancreatic cancer. Subject died 3 years later and indirectly yielded 2 promising hosts. How? Yielded 2 hosts? Huh. That's interesting. And I'm not even sure really what that means when they say yielded hosts. Like, did he somehow create them from that cancerous growth, right? Maybe that's how those tumors became sentient creatures, the hosts, if you will. So Cecil Mayhew, and I think that's why they took an interest in cancer, because cancer is going to be like a uncontrollable growth of your cells in many instances. So that's probably what they're liking, because it is increasing the biomass, right? But in this instance, it somehow yielded 2 hosts, which is really strange. Let's see, pancreatic cancer. And then yielded 2 promising hosts. Not just regular old hosts, but promising hosts. Okay, interesting. Let's take a look at the Project Chimera incident reports. Okay, it's kind of like the website's all over the place, so that's fine. That must hurt. Yeah, maybe they regenerate and become better. Something. I mean, I think the cancer is important for some reason, because I remember one of the articles that they were referencing on the website, I think maybe even in the HR video, talked about how certain meats were giving women or females cancer. It was specific to females, so I thought that was interesting. So who knows? Let's go back to the incident report, I guess. This is kind of everywhere. So I'm going to put Project Chimera incident report. I'm sure. I'd be shocked if we don't see M010 whatever the hell, and also the host lady that they've talked about. So let's see. Incident reports for the escaped test subjects from the Project Chimera. Subject C0079, female chicken, age 14 days. Subject developed small orifices that could spit an acidic substance which allowed it to escape containment and injure one employee. That's pretty creepy. Subject was caught and terminated before it escaped HMF grounds. 2 low-level employees witnessed the subject and were given mandatory therapy. Yes. No risk posed to HMF. Okay, so that's cool. Subject C0079 was the acid chicken. That's too funny. Okay. Acid spitting chicken. And I'm going to put terminated. That one's dead. Alright. Now we've got the next subject. There you go. Oh my gosh, look, in H0027, we're good. We're getting good at this stuff. We're getting really good. I like how it comes to, it's not just creating more and more mysteries, it's actually coming together. And that means that we're either approaching the end or we're onto it. Like we figured out kind of how this ARG works. So, subject M0101, male bovine, age 7 months, spider chicken. Spider cow. Subject developed 11 appendages and an undetermined amount of eyes. Described by employees as spider-like. That's what I was thinking. And an owl. It's in its appearance and movement. You know, it reminds me of like a wolf spider because it's kind of like a hairy spider. Subject showed no signs of intelligence or cognitive abilities. In the process of transportation to HR, subject escaped and killed 3 employees. Okay. Subject located at home decor store 70 miles from facility. Subject caught and terminated. Witnesses and footage of subject leaked to public. Cover story deployed. Minimal risk posed to HMF. Wow. Okay. So he was booking it. 70 miles. And he was at a home decor store? Like, what? Maybe he saw the inside of the HR facility and was like, damn, this place needs a little bit of, a little upkeep. Okay, that's insane. So now, I'm so glad that we found that M0101. We already know. Spider cow. It's terminated, though, sadly. After 70 miles. It seemed like it had a good run, you know? M0101 had a good run. We're going to just leave it at that. You know, he got to explore HR for a bit. He didn't get eaten by mother. He killed 3 people. Probably, employees. So they're probably bad anyways. And then he escaped. He went to a home decor store 70 miles away. Yes. Now we've got the good one. Subject H0027, female human, age 47. Remember specifically, it was called, or she was referred to as a host. And it's my belief, as I mentioned in the first video, the first time we were actually analyzing this, this might be Ramona Bynes, the real Ramona Bynes. Because remember, we saw in the video on the website where she says, "It's not me." And then we also see in the other video, she says, "Don't feed them," right? And more importantly, I guess the biggest thing of all was when we looked at the HR orientation video, I found that in the pink room, Ramona was a name that was kind of posted on the wall with different letters, right? So we know that that's Ramona's room. We know it's somehow tied to her in some way. And it's my belief that the fact that she said, "It's not me," and that weird glitchy part at the end of the video, this may very well be her. So that's what I believe. Okay, let's see. Exact details about the subject's appearance are unclear. All the employees who directly witnessed it are dead, and all visual records of the subject have been destroyed by it. Okay, so she's highly intelligent and very strong, apparently. Subject is extremely dangerous and intelligent, as I just said. Subject escaped through containment glass and killed 11 employees. While the subject did eventually escape the facility, they did not head towards the exit first. It managed to access several of the HMF secured data servers before escape. Well, clearly she's got little fingers then if she's typing away and hacking into stuff, right? So maybe she's a lot more humanoid than, we're giving her credit for. Maybe she's still very much like a human, except maybe she's got enhanced strength or something like that. But again, we don't really know what she looks like. So she hacked into some information, apparently. The servers remain intact, but many files are missing. Whereabouts currently unknown. Massive risk posed to HMF. Okay, so she's a high risk. I'm going to put no risk. Minimal risk for the cow, spider cow. High risk for the most recent subject that escaped, H0027. Okay. This is, I'm going to call it host. All right. Status is alive. She is very much alive, and she's very much a threat to this entire project. And the Happy Meat Farms is like whole public view, All right, cool. So we got that going. Redacted. Wow, this is it. There's like no other redacted projects. Due to increasing efforts to keep R&D information confidential, many projects have been redacted from the online R&D portal. If a project you're involved in is not available here, please speak with your HR department head, to access it on the internal servers. We thank you for your continued efforts and discretion as a member of the HMF family. Okay, so there's not a lot to go off of here. We've got 3 I'm going to have to examine these 3 photos then for sure. Okay. I'm just going to put the fact that there are redacted projects. Speak with department head to access it. So these are now on the internal servers. Only on internal servers. All right, let's take a look at these 3 photos then. That's going to be kind of the key here. Let's see. I guess we can copy, go into the photo editor that I have here. I don't know if these are going to have anything. They have kind of poor quality, actually. I'm looking here at the patterns to see if there's anything in the fur, like a message. I mean, there's nothing like it. I don't see. I was almost thinking there's numbers or letters here, but I'm just kind of grasping at straws. Let me enhance the photo just a bit. So I don't see any secret messages. Looks like an ugly cow to me. See, this is odd though. There is something there. Let's see. It's just a mirror. I don't know. I thought there was a reflection of somebody in there. That would have been really creepy, but that ain't it. Okay. Yeah, there's not a lot to go off of here. I'm not seeing anything in this photo. Let's go back to the R&D portal and let's take a look at the chicken. I have a feeling that this might be another dead end and I'm a little concerned. I guess my last resort would be to revisit the HR video because it seems like each of the videos has led us to an answer. The first video, as we've talked about, led us to the website. This video led us to, and this website, of course, led us to the employee access portal. This video here gave us the research and development code. I'm assuming, because this video was then posted several months later, this video might very well be the HR code, so I have extensive notes on that one, but No codes or anything like that. There was a few number sequences that I saw that might be important, but nothing that matched the same format that we saw with the letters and numbers. So it's like usually it's like XX, YYYX. So letter, number, letter. So I think that we're still going to have to find another code that fits that same format. It'd be very strange if it didn't. Okay, so chicken, let's examine you. We're going to adjust the contrast. I don't see anything. I'm looking on the walls as well. I'm not seeing anything on these. I'm trying to make sense of these figures. There's just nothing there. And there's no color or anything like that that's standing out. I don't know if these photos are going to be of any use to us. That's a tiny one. Okay. Looks like a lot of pork to me. Gross. There's something there. Oh, that's a reflection of the lights. Let's just look at this a little bit closer. That's nothing. That's just a reflection, right? That's just a reflection. Well, that is not good. That means that we're kind of back to this other area. Okay, let's see. Oh, these, we can click on these. Oh, wow. Okay, maybe these photos are good. Let's see. This is the little chicken that had, he could spit out acid. That's pretty neat. I feel so bad for this poor thing. Somehow it harmed employees, right? Injured one employee. Okay. We knew about this guy. Thing PNG. This cow was really cool. This is very much a chimera in my opinion. Chicken 5 edited JPEG. Okay. I'm looking at the file names, seeing if there's anything important there. Ah, I was hoping we would have seen the host. Another thing PNG. That's interesting. This is the only one that's named, so that's important. How do I? Chicken 5. That might just be the standard file name. I don't. Red meat grocery store. I'm hovering over all the pictures now. Chicken 3, pig 2. Let's see, P2. I don't think I'm figuring anything out there. Well, hold on. 191004. Red meat grocery store 2007. That's got a lot of numbers in it. So let me just kind of review this. Pictures. They all have, I'm just going to say investigate file names. And this could be a potential code that we can unlock. Because this one's kind of odd. That's instead of just being like meat 3 or whatever, it's very long. And it does have a strange number sequence ahead of it. 191004. Not entirely sure what that leads to. And there are no other links for us to click. So yeah, I wish these human subjects here were clickable, but they're not. Okay, so I guess we can go back to the Happy Meat Farms video here, which I've watched hundreds of times at this point. This is going to be the only way I can think to possibly move forward with maybe obtaining another code. I am going to go back to my notes. But before we do that, let's see what chat has to say. Sorry, I have to leave. Take care. But take care. Nice to see you again, my friend. All right. One thing that I want to do is review the notes that I have for this orientation video, because this is the first video we saw. So we know we have to feed mother. You receive the asset, you transport the asset. Don't touch anything, don't look at anything, have fun. At the very end of the video, she says, "It's not me." We know there's a huddled figure with a mask on. We've got some numbers, 8874, which doesn't fit the criteria that I think is needed for the code. And then we have some weird blurred image at 340. Okay, I need to look into that. I don't remember what that is. We have the whole room, the hair room, the flesh room, the rat room, the room with the yellow balloon, the butterfly room, the drawing room, the horse room, the pink room, which is Ramona's room, the cow room, the birthday room, DNA storage, samples of mother, IT department. Jared works here. Okay, so I don't have very many notes, but I do have some timestamps. 2 minutes 9 seconds it is where that huddled figure's at. Let's go back a second then. There it is. Wow, okay, the easy as pie. All right, so there's that. That person looks very distraught. I'm not seeing anything. But what I can do... No! So we can take a screenshot of it. Go to our photo editor. See if there's anything we can do to enhance it. What's this? There's something in the corner. I don't know if there's a hole or a jacket or what exactly. Big crack. Okay, I'm not seeing anything. Oh, this is going to be tough. 3 minutes, 15 seconds. We have something else of note. Oh, this is the image that I thought was interesting. Because forceps, those are the, isn't that what those little scissors are called? This, I guess, is the blurry image. Blurred. No, this is not it. 315, I see the number 8874 somewhere. Where am I seeing that? Oh, here. Top, sorry. Okay, so I guess I remember you guys can't see my cursor, but at the far left side of the screen in the middle, there's some sort of like console looking thing, and then to the left of it there's a rectangle, and it looks like the number is 8874. I'm not sure how important that is though. Not sure. Okay, and then 3 minutes and 40 seconds there's apparently a blurred image somewhere. Oh, that guy. We don't know what that is, and there's multiple of those creatures because it says you can't see this, you can't see that. Okay, so darn. Hate to say it, but let's start from scratch and see what we got. Let's check chat real quick, see what these guys are doing. A lot of nothing. All right, let's see. You know, there is some little popping coming out. I'm not sure. Yeah, like this right here that comes in at multiple times. It doesn't look like anything. Animal lover. No, I think Ramona Bynes is nice, but oh, I saw something there on the cow, like a 19. 19 or maybe 79. And what is this? I can't tell if that's like an image or, you know, like an image on the cow's spots. Huh. Trying to see. I don't see. I mean, it's not very telling, right? Just a black dress, so there's not a lot going on there. There's nothing that stands out. But this yellow number here, 19, could be something. It could be. We've seen this before. Okay, I'm making sure there's not any of those letters that come out before the others. Nope. It's all at the same time. Nothing is standing out there. There's a lot of that blinking though, which is very, very disorienting. Did he have a job at HR? Okay, no, nothing fancy here yet. Feed mother. You will receive an asset from R&D. This little guinea pig looking guy. No license plate, which is unfortunate. Because it looks like it's being delivered. And it's huge. Because there's brick walls and there's grass, so we're definitely outside. Nothing crazy there. I'm looking for the letters that are going to maybe show up before the others do, because they are still using that blurring filter. They're all coming in at the same time, so there's nothing here that's happening. That's out of the ordinary anyways. Don't touch any. Okay, I'm going to go back and review those. It says don't touch anything. It looks like, I can't really tell, but it's something about medical waste. UN3291. That doesn't match either, because it's 2 letters, 3 numbers, 1 letter. That doesn't match. Sour cream. I never understood why that was there. Axle rods. All natural sour cream. Ugh. I like sour cream, but axle rods? I don't know if I like that guy's sour cream. Furry dude. Have fun. Okay, that's an easy rule to follow. We've already watched this video, remember, and we've explored and taken plenty of notes. There's nothing that I see here either, really. I do remember that I noticed, like in the butterfly room, you have room numbers, you have, you know, like letters and stuff on the walls and messages that I couldn't really quite make out. Happy Meat Farms, Human Resources Department. Cameras. You're being watched. Welcome to HR. There's so much to explore. I want to know who took this footage and what creepy abandoned hospital looking place is this. There's a massive glare. Like, I sit next to a big window. I use a lot of natural lighting because fluorescent lights and stuff just kill I give me headaches. They hurt my eyes. So I like natural lighting. But man, oh man, is it bright. Can't see anything. Matter of fact, like, is my green screen probably all jacked up by now? Let's see. It's not. We're still here. Look at that. Okay, nothing really here. The only colors that stand out is like that red in the middle of the screen, right above pay. You see that red little switch. There's really nothing out of the ordinary here. I mean, it's a creepy place, but I wouldn't want to be here. But nothing too crazy. Mother, we're on our way to Mother. Hold on. That was much too fast of a transition. I don't see anything there necessarily. Well, that looks kind of weird. So in the middle, so right, you can't see my cursor, which I'm going to change that for the following streams, but above the letter H, there's kind of like a green tint, almost as if something's like blurred out or marked out. Let's take a screenshot of this image here. I'm going to take a screenshot of it because right above the H, there is a strange green tint that doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Creepy guy there. You see it now right above the H. I can zoom in even more. can't see. I mean, it doesn't make see. It's nothing, you know. I don't see anything. I'm trying so hard to. Oh, what is this? Hold on. Brightness, baby. I can't tell if that's an N or a W, but it's pink. And it reminds me of the pink room. I can't tell if that's an N or a W. I can't tell. Is that a W? Can you guys see it up here? I'm gonna try and zoom in on it for you. Right here, I cannot tell if that is an N or a W. It looks like a W because of this part. I'm actually gonna put that down. So let's see. I'm gonna notate that. That reminds me of the pink room. And for it to be pink and then her name to be Ramona, that's gotta be significant in some way. Let's see. I am going to actually save these down because what I'm going to do for you guys is at the end of my experience, I'm going to put together a guide so that you guys can figure it out and explore it for yourself, but without the spoilers, right? Like you have the choice to go through different areas and kind of figure it out for yourself. You know, I don't want to ruin it, but at any point in time you need help, you can always go to a certain link or timestamp that'll help you. I think this is important. I think that my circle sucks, but let's see. We're not going to fill that. We are going to outline it, though. What do we want? Yellow? I think we want yellow. Let's do FFEE00, one of my favorites. That didn't work. That's a good one. That's got to be something. Now, if I enhance the brightness and maybe increase the contrast, that makes it look a little better, right? HMF. I don't know if this is the code. I don't even know what it is. It's going to be called HRID, I think. HRID code. I don't know if this is it, but I'm certainly excited about it, about the prospects. That could be something. And the fact that it was in that one scene, although it was on the beat, it was only there for a moment. So that's pretty interesting. Let's check chat real quick. Nothing? Okay. Oh, hold on. I'm ready. Go. That's too many cuts there. Okay, it was actually just the one that we found the letter on, which I don't know. I feel like it's important. It's pink, and that stood out. The green blob stood out to me more than anything, actually, but we're going to continue searching away, though. Man, it's just really hard to see. I'm telling you that there's a light. The natural light is just messing me up. Okay, so do we see any letters? Or numbers. Actually, let's see. We would need 2 letters, right? And then 3 numbers, and then 1 letter. So we need another letter. Let's look for a pink letter. If we see a pink number, then that means that we've skipped something, because they all seem to be fitting the same format. Okay. I'm doing this because literally I'm blocking the natural light from my window. There's an X. There is an X there. Ooh. That could be it. That could be it. But it's not pink. It's not pink. I'm going to put a timestamp for 137, because it could be it, and it is a letter, which is very promising. I don't see any letters in there. I'm looking through the hole in the wall to see. Ugh, the hair room is terrifying. Gross. I'm looking again for any pink letters or pink numbers. I see the teeth room that we've completely bypassed. We mentioned that last time too. I don't see anything on the ceiling, on the walls, even on the back. I'm looking through the, the air duct looking system up above, the tiles. No letters here, and this is pink flesh. I mean, this would be, where you'd want to put the letters. That's another one of those instant skips there. I missed it again. I don't see anything even on... I was looking on the bulletin board. Any letters? Do we see any letters? I'm not liking that. I feel... Why did it skip and then I don't see anything though? There's got to be something in the flesh room. I don't see any letters here. I'm looking and I just see cracks. I'm looking here as well. I don't see anything. I'm looking to the left, and the areas that are very shaded, like the corners and the borders of the screen. I'm not seeing any letters. And my eyes kind of going towards pink. I don't know if everything's going to be pink. That was probably not a good idea because the tape that we saw was white. I don't see anything. Real flesh. Alright, so all we have so far is a W or possibly an N, which is great because that means nothing. We don't know what that means yet. It could have just been a coincidence. But it was pink, and that to me is incredibly important. The pink lettering and the fact that the pink room belongs to Ramona, or is at least decorated to look that way, because there's no way Ramona grew up in this crazy facility. Maybe she did, but to me it seems highly unlikely. Again, I'm looking for any kind of pink lettering, and again, it may not be pink, but my eyes are now just focusing and zeroing in on pink letters, which I haven't seen any since our first W that we saw a few moments ago. I remember this balloon gets a few takes here. Gets a few transitions. I'm looking behind the balloon. Again, no letters. Even after all the zoom ins, I don't see any letters. Gosh. That makes me think that that W was a fluke. It could be that I'm just now focusing on something that doesn't even have any relevance, And that's a little disheartening because we're now 2 minutes in the video, and if we have, let's see how long the codes normally are, a 6-digit code, and we're 2 minutes in, we've only seen one. That doesn't make a lot of sense for them to space them out like that, especially considering in the genome test 47, the human trials, each of the human trials in quick succession were all part of the code. So far, I have not seen any additional letters, especially pink ones here in the HR video. It is the longest video, so I mean, I am slightly hopeful, but at the same time, I'm a little discouraged because I haven't seen anything yet. Now, I'm not going to lie. I am blinded by the sun right here, but so I'm over here trying to cover my eyes to figure it out, but I don't see any other letters. There's the restroom. For the restroom breaks. Okay, nothing. And I'm always looking like for these wide shots to see if there's anything else that they're putting in. Like, is there a pink letter under the sink? Is there a pink letter on the side of the toilet or something, you know? I have not seen anything like that, though, so far. Another fast cut. It's just kind of zooming in on the toilet, though. Which is disgusting. That didn't do anything. This is that creepy little boy. Bed number 5. I mean, again, I'm just not seeing any pink letters anymore. That sucks. Let's see here. Any other letters? Please reveal yourselves to me. I don't see anything. Ooh. Hold on. I see a 7. I see a 7 right in the bottom right hand side of the screen. Let me see if I can enhance it for you guys. Right here, I'm going to create a circle for you guys because you can't see my cursor, which I do want to change that. We'll do FFEE00. It's a great yellow. Okay. Right there. That's a 7. That's a 7, guys. It's got to be. And that's a pink freaking 7. So I don't know where this comes into play. And that kind of sucks. I'm going to create some spaces here. Because there's no way that we must have skipped others, right? So I'm just going to create a space for myself here. Because I don't know where that 7 fits in. But to me, that means we have a second part of the code. That could very well be the last letter. That could be one of the numbers in the sequence, in the 3-number sequence. Yeah, so it's got to be one of the 3 numbers. Oh, I'm so confused. Because it'd be letter, letter, number, 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 letter. So it's got to be one of the 3 letters. I'm sorry, the 3 numbers. Oh my gosh, this sucks. Where's the HRID? I don't know if this is actually 2, but I'm just going to put, for now, B. Once I get the proper lettering and the order, I'll do that for you guys, but I don't know. We're getting closer, though, I think. This is very promising, because this means that we're on to something. This also means I forgot how to use the computer. Okay. Gosh, and they're like so hard to see. Oh my gosh, it is not easy to make sense of these things. Sonic the Blue Rat is a YouTube channel, just so you guys know. I actually looked into it. I didn't see too much, other than there were some references to Happy Meat Farms, things like that. Kind of neat, but I don't know if it's just part of the bigger story. I stabbed myself with a pen. I don't know. I'm going to put Sonic the Blue Rat for the drawing room. Okay. Now again, I have no clue. If we're looking for any pink letters, please lend me your eyes, guys, because I am blind as a bat. Blind as a bat. It does not help that I have a giant glare from the sun either. I am facing the sun. So it's going to be kind of hard to see. The horse room. He's fine. Remember, it says like, he's all right. Yeah, he's fine. That's so funny. Ooh, I see another letter next to maximum security. No, I don't. Wait, maybe I did. Maybe an H. No. See, I was thinking that next to the Y and the M at the end, there's a letter there, but it doesn't really seem to be a letter. It's just like streaks from the, I guess from the glass or scratches behind it maybe. Still no letters that I see. This is where we saw Ramona, right behind the red pig. Ramona. And interestingly enough, there are no other letters. So that's also very telling. Oh, that's it. See, like up here, I don't know, you guys can't see, but on the top of the screen, there's a there's words there. I was gonna say I haven't seen that glitch effect yet. There's literally text up here. Ooh, I can't make it out though at all. There is text up here, guys. How big is this? Okay. I have so many pictures upon pictures upon pictures. Let me get rid of some of these. There's got to be a faster way. Okay. This is clearly where I did all of my experimenting. There's something here. I see letters here. I don't know how best to adjust this. Let's see. What does it say? I need to read it. Something. It says detail. 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 Right. How? I'm not seeing it. Something's not. Dang. Something about the detail right. Detail right. This is hard to make out. It looks like how. Oh, there you go. We're getting closer. It's like how. Ah, it's so hard to read. This might be a clue. Okay, start from scratch. How. I can't tell if that's a letter right there either. Damn. It is hard to see this. Looks like right with a question mark. Detail. Maybe I can get a better image. I don't know. Oh man, there's something there. I just can't make it out. How? I can't see what that is. How? Why? Maybe why? Detail. I don't know. All right, back to the video, I guess. Going. Oh gosh, freaking roach. How? Oh, I can see it. How did they get every detail right? Oh my gosh, that gave me chills. I don't know if you guys can see the goosebumps. That is creepy. So whatever's going on, they recreated Ramona's room just like we thought. She must be the one that is H0027 that hacked into the files after she got her powers. This is insane. Okay. Oh my gosh. It says, how did they get every detail right? This is her room. Hopefully you guys can see it. It's much more clear once the distortion went away. Okay. Let's see. How do we amplify? How do we improve? Enhance. Enhance. It's not enhancing. I can kind of see it there. It is so much clearer than the other one, at least. See, I don't want. I wish the text would get black. There you go. I hope you can see it now. Detail right. How did they get every detail right? If only I could do like a reverse vignette. You know, like how you can have that border. That's as close as, how did they get every detail right? Get every detail right. I'm saving it. HMF pink room message. That is interesting to me. And not only that, but I'll go ahead and also draw the image here that indicates that we knew it's her name. Because that's huge. I mean, to me, I found that in the first stream, but that's very important. Ramona. Alright, well, I mean, that's huge. I don't know what that means other than confirming Ramona Bynes' involvement with this, but that's important. Oh, God, I don't want to get past it. Okay. Looking for pink letters, kids. That's all I need. Feel free to take a snack from the cow room. Looking for pink letters, pink numbers. At this point, oh, there's got to be something there. We know we've missed a few. I'm not seeing anything here, but this is a quick cut. Multiple quick cuts, actually. So nothing here. Nothing in this screen either. That I can see clearly anyways. Looking further back, I still don't see any kind of pink lettering or numbers. I wonder. Okay, I want to show you guys something that I see. You can't see my cursor otherwise. Make life a lot easier. But check this. Up in the top right corner where that missing ceiling tile is, that looks a lot like our friend Jared, does it not? And if he's running around doing his thing, makes me think that this might be leading towards the like another code or something that's important that has to do with our little friend Jared. So let's shrink this down, make it fit as best we can. And we do know that Jared is just right up in the corner there. I'm going to show you exactly where, of course, if you can't see him. But that looks like Jared to me. Some blood or something over here. I don't know. Alright. This is all going to help me put together the guide for you guys. Because once I figure it out, I want you guys to be able to figure it out on your own. But if you need a guide, you know, for me to be able to help you. Let's check chat. I haven't seen if anybody's even talking to me here. No. No one's talking to me. Not at all. Alright, let's see. Nothing. Nothing. All these cuts. I don't see any pink letters anymore. Birthday room. You know, I honestly think... Oh, is there something there? That's a light switch. Okay, I was going to say, I honestly think that I'm going to have to, at some point, like, rewatch this at night or something to figure it out. Oh, and just so you know, I have... Okay, so I went to the collaborators that Happy Meat Farms was supporting, and I saw Alex Bale's channel. I watched the first 6 SpongeBob theories, and as of episode 3, he does start interacting with what seems to be some sort of meat type creature, I don't know, that's giving him information. On one of his later videos, it's called Don't Feed the Muse. I haven't gotten to that one yet, so I'm assuming maybe these creatures, at the cost of you giving them this meat, and it's maybe like a metaphor for something else, but they're giving you inspiration, and it seems to be tied to his YouTube growth, so it's really interesting how that kind of ties together. I have a bit of a theory that I'm working on that seems to kind of make it all mesh, but right now I don't know all the pieces of the puzzle just yet. But I have a feeling that maybe Mother is a type of muse type creature. I don't necessarily know with 100% certainty yet, but that is very possible. And maybe that's why this company is so successful or whatever, right? So I don't know. Maybe the success is tied directly to the muses. And I don't know if there's more than one, but the fact that Alex Bale's video said don't feed the muse, and then the end of the first video we saw says don't feed them, maybe there's more than one. Unless Mother escaped and now is like helping him, I don't know. I'm not seeing anything pink. Oh, is that a letter? I think I see something. I think I see something. That right there. That's nothing. I'm gonna show you what I was trying to. No, that right there, the N looking thing. That's not anything, right? I don't believe that's correct. Okay, so we're going to skip because it's not pink. The 7 was pink, so I'm going with my pink stuff, especially now that we know that. Oh gosh, that Ramona Bynes. She might have given us the codes actually, running through the HR department as she escaped. That's very possible. This area has lots of dogs. I would not pet them. Like, you gotta be kidding me. That does not look friendly to me at all. Probably a nice guy. Probably very nice. I'm not petting them though. Hold on. It had that strange like VHS kind of glitch. Yep. Yep. It says happen at the far right corner. Oh yeah. Now we're getting somewhere, guys. I don't see any pink letters or numbers, but I'm still happy. Uh-oh. I don't want that. I need my moving tool. Okay. So it says, I never wanted any of this to happen. That one was way easier to read. Hopefully you guys can see that. No. I never wanted any of this to happen. I am certainly going to save that as well. That's insane. This must be Ramona Bynes somehow hacking the footage. That's like hidden message 2. I don't know if it's actually the second one. It's probably multiple, but every time we've seen that weird VHS glitch, which has only occurred a few times, I'm taking note of it. I need some pink letters or some pink numbers. I also need the glare to go away. See, if it was clearer, that'd be so nice, but of course it's not. DNA samples. We're like at the midway. Uh-oh. I saw something at the bottom of the screen. Oh no, that's just the top and then... No, I guess the bottom tends to do that quite a bit more. Even now it's doing it. I didn't realize that because the red bar was kind of blocking me. That's okay. Oh, I don't see anything of use here. Anything pink. This is Jared, which we saw him running around earlier. Jared works here. We don't talk to Jared. That was one of my favorite parts. It's so funny. Uh-oh. I saw another one. Oh, there is something right here on the top. There is certainly something up top. Yep. It's just really quick. Oh, I hate that freak, and it just ends. I hate that freak, and it ends right before the end. Okay, I'm going to show you guys where it's at. That is insane. So, Ramona knows Jared from IT. Let's see if I can brighten this up a bit. That's so annoying. It's so hard to make it pop out. Top left corner. It says I hate that freak. Well, that's not very nice. We don't know if that's the third hidden message, but the third one I've found. Which means a lot to me. Okay, so still a bit at a standstill. Let's check chat real quick. See what you fools are talking about. Nothing. Not anything at all. A bunch of crazy people here. They're all blurred. I don't see any letters so far. We're gonna approach the very end, so we still have a lot of images to find. There were 2 pink letters or numbers that we found: a pink W and a pink 7. This is the end. This is where we feed Mother. That's that giant thing. Somehow, even though we were delivering it, I don't know how we would have made it through that maze and the dogs and the spider cow that kills people. That's disgusting. It reminds, oh gosh, it reminds me of like I don't know, like a mole rat. Is that what it is? A naked mole rat. Okay. Well done. Mothers, please. That's not me. Oh gosh, that's creepy. Mun's restraining order. What the hell is this? Mun's is a little psycho. Okay. What do we do? So confused. We have 2 letters. I don't know if the W is even the first one. But what I do know is that I feel like we've gotten one step closer to identifying what the code is for the HRID code, or the Human Resources Department. Like we noticed earlier, the Research and Development Department didn't give us too much insight aside from the fact that it did give us some project names and whatever else, but it didn't lead us to the next area. Instead, we had to go back to the HR orientation video that we started off with, and we maybe found something in the hidden messages that we now have confirmed Ramona Bynes is hopefully giving us some sort of hints. It seems like she is subject H0027. She's obtained the information that she hacked from, before her escape, and now she's probably the one that even created this website and leaked this information. This might very well be the information that she obtained that now she's leaked. And within these images and data files and whatever else, she's found a way to put in hidden messages here, or maybe even transpose her thoughts. Like, I'm not sure if it's a technological thing she's did, or maybe something just because she's watching it and there's very strong emotion to it, and somehow she has the power to manipulate this technology. But in either case, I feel like we got one step closer. We did experience what the Research and Development Department had to offer. We hacked into it, and it seems like the next logical step would, of course, be examining the HR orientation video frame by frame, which I'll probably have to end up doing off stream, only because of time, and because this glare is really killer. So what I'll do is probably tonight I'll watch through it repeatedly, and find the sequence of letters and numbers and see if I can put them together in that format XXYYYX that we've determined has a mixture or a combination of numbers and letters. So if it fits, and if we have 6 digits and they fit that format, then we've found the code. Hopefully to the HR department, which would make sense considering this is the HR orientation video. So I do believe that Ramona Bynes is trying to give us this information so that we can be armed with enough information to then, blow the whistle on Happy Meat Farms and reveal its dark nature. Aside from that, we also know there's some sort of muse type creature involved with Alex Bale's YouTube channels. I will watch the remainder of those SpongeBob theories. I am currently finished the first 6, so I'm just gonna watch. I think he has 2 more, so 7 and 8 if I'm not mistaken. So I'll go through those and see what's going on, see if there's any information. A lot of times the theories themselves have some only the one, SpongeBob theory number 6, but the others just have little clips of him that are completely aside from the theory, outside of the theory, just live action, actually filming Alex Bale as he's communicating with, I'm going to call it the muse or the meat creature, whatever. So really interesting. I did watch some of the Cynical Critic as well. They were also sponsored by Happy Meat Farms, but there's kind of like a rift between the two creators on that channel. One doesn't like the clickbaity stuff, one does. So we're just kind of going through that whole piece. I'll need to examine those videos as well. But I've just kind of been watching them casually, while I'm waiting in line in my car or whatever. So we're going to have to figure that out, how that ties to this Happy Meat Farms, phenomena here that we've discovered. So far, we have hacked into the employee access portal successfully. We have also hacked into the research and development department. I think we're well on our way to hack into the HR department, but I need to find the remaining 4 digits. I have W and I have 7. We know that pink letters is a key because the pink room belonged to Ramona Bynes, and somehow they replicated that room for whatever dark, creepy reason. But it makes me think of the other rooms as well. The butterfly room, flesh room, hair room. Maybe these rooms are designed to appeal to certain people. And I don't know for what reason though, but they did recreate Ramona Bynes' room. Maybe that was so that whenever they created like the clone person that looks like her, that's pretending to be her or impersonating her, maybe the imposter needed to have and feel those emotions that she felt so it could be a more complete copy. I'm not entirely sure how it works. I don't know the powers and abilities this creature has, but again, tying it to a muse, maybe these creatures have to feed off of something in order to give us this knowledge, and maybe kind of like how they always say, hey, aliens gave us the technology we needed to create pyramids or whatever, right? Same kind of concept, right? But for whatever reason, the muse is tied directly to the SpongeBob theories that Alex Bale's creating, and those videos are largely successful, while his other videos doing really good. But in comparison, you have 200,000 views for one of his little short horror films versus a double-digit million views, so 17 million views on a Miss Puff theory or something. So clearly, it's like the freaking muse has the YouTube algorithm secret or something. But I don't know. It's weird. It's tied to his YouTube success, and somehow he's now tied to HMF because it sponsored him. So maybe the people that it sponsors are the people that are most likely to have interactions with these muses or these meat creatures or these hosts. Because remember, maybe they're called hosts, and the hosts might be the ones that are then, hey, you want to be sponsored by this, company here, and then they go ahead and give this person that doesn't have a lot of success, they give them great success, and then they have to sacrifice something. And so maybe there's a whole colony, right, of these hosts or muses that are feeding off of people, whatever, the meat or whatever else, and giving them inspiration. I don't know what the end game is. Is it to assimilate them? It's just to establish reconnection. So is it to truly become, just where they just continuously eat? What's their end game? Do they just want food? What do they want with humanity? And what do they get in return for just giving the inspiration? Meat, okay, I get it, but to what end? They're gonna want to eat, sure, but what is it that they need to? I guess what is their tie to these creators? What is their tie to Ramona Bynes, other than the fact that maybe she was the first one that interacted with a host or a muse? I don't know. Maybe that's what got her out of the bankruptcy. She started getting all these great ideas, and then before long she realized, oh, I'm in over my head, and now she got, cloned or copied or whatever. Maybe the goal is to get to somebody where they, for example, sponsor them, and they're then interacting with this person, giving them inspiration, and then once they've acquired enough inspiration or whatever, then they can assimilate them and they become them. So maybe that's what happened with Ramona Bynes. Ramona Bynes was in a bind financially, almost experienced bankruptcy, I think, almost filed for bankruptcy or did file for bankruptcy in 2014 or whatever, when she found the new business partner. At that point, then the company became incredibly successful because it expanded its human resources department and research and development departments. So it's possible that she found and interacted with the muse or the mother, whatever, and at that point in time, she got the inspiration needed to keep her company afloat. She realized that the more she fed it, the more inspiration she was given. So that's why she maybe created the research and development departments. And then before long, it had gone too far. She didn't want any part of it. But by then, once it's probably given you enough inspiration, it might have the ability to then assume your form. And maybe that's the end game. They just want to assume. And then guess what? They assume the form. They get more people, it spreads. And then before you know it, everybody is a host. So that might be the theory right there. But I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. Once this is done, once I've figured out this, I'm going to put together a guide that's going to give you step-by-step how, like the chronological order you need to review the videos in, how to find the codes. It's going to come complete with screenshots and everything else you need, timestamps so you guys can navigate spoiler-free. And then I'm going to do a lore video on my main channel. So I hope you guys tune in for that. I'm going to be doing a lot more of this type of stuff because this is so much fun. Once we finish this up, which I'm assuming we'll do Monday, if I can figure out the code, it'll be for the HR department. It's got to be the end of it. And I'll watch the remaining videos for those other creators as well. But my thought process will be to finish this up on Monday. We can jump into the Wolong challenge run, which will be the world's first wizardry only challenge run. You're welcome. And then after that, we'll go ahead and jump into Vita Carnis. So I want to figure out what the streaming schedule is going to look like. I might end up doing like smaller streams so I can jump into some of the other content, because I do want to share those experiences with you live. That's part of why this channel is, what it is. So my goal will be to have the lore and stuff in that video for Happy Meat Farms done by next week, so you have a guide and you have the full story explained in one concise video. And then soon after, we'll probably just jump into our Wolong Fallen Dynasty challenge run, complete that as quickly as possible, and then jump right into the next analog horror ARG, Vita Carnis. Vita Carnis is going to be the one that I'm most interested in because it just makes sense. Like, we're kind of on this meat kind of motif. So I was like, let's just keep the ball rolling, right? And then after that, I either want to jump into Monument Mythos or the Mandela Catalog. I'm not sure which one's more interesting or which one I find more interesting. Monument Mythos has a lot to do with like different historical sites, which I'm terrible at geography, terrible at that kind of stuff. So that might be the one at the very end. Not I say the end, but the fourth one we do. So we'll do Happy Meat Farms, Vita Carnis, possibly Mandela Catalog, and then Monument Mythos. We'll be covering many, many more, but those are the top 4 or 5 that I kind of had in my mind. The fifth one would probably be, there's something about like the winter of '83 that I've just been doing some research on. All the research I do is simply what is this ARG, like, not what it's about or anything, but simply how do I find it? Is it on YouTube? Is it on an external website? Do I have to freaking go and drive to California and look at a Durr Burger? Or like, what is it, right? So I just say, what is the title? Okay, this is the title of the Analog Horror ARG. And then I see, where can I find it? Because a lot of people, unfortunately, try to emulate or copy. And so like, there might be YouTube sites that copy this exact same one and have all 3 of the videos uploaded. I don't want to give them credit. They're just imposters. They're hosts. I'm just kidding. They're trying to appeal to the muses. But what I'm trying to do is make sure that these passionate and innovative creators are the ones getting credit for it. So if you guys haven't already, you should definitely check their channel. And while you're at it, check mine out too. I've been doing this for 7 years. I'm trying to get to my my 100,000 mark. I'm really far behind my goals, but I know with you guys' help I can do it. So yes, help me out, help these guys out. But anyways, this is to give them exposure, also to share the experience with you live, and also at the event to give you value. I want to give you guides. I want to give you lore on all the different channels I've created for your viewing pleasure. So be sure to check them out. But yeah, that's all I ever do on the research for the ARGs. I don't do anything in regards to how to solve them, the chronology of the events, any stories explain, anything like that. I am a real spoiler-free kind of guy, so I do not like having these things spoiled for me. With movies, things I don't really care, but for games or ARGs in particular, definitely don't want to have them spoiled. It's just so much fun to figure them out for yourself, and I think it cheapens the experience if you have a Wikipedia up or something that's going to give you step by step, you know. But if you need help because you have, you know, you don't have to scour through the endless sea of Reddits and whatever else, I can give you a concise, you know, one-stop shop where you can find stuff spoiler-free that's going to help encourage you to go to the next spot. And then if you can't, okay, click on this and this will give you the answer of how to move forward. So I think that gives true value there. So yeah, a pretty good video, I would say, pretty good stream. I think it was excellent. We did make some good progress. My goal is to finish and hack human resources by Monday so we can jump into the Wolong guide or Wolong challenge run. And depending on the way things go, you know, I might need to fit in a few more streams. I'm definitely going to do 3 streams a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11 a.m. Central. So be sure to stay tuned for those. But I'm trying to figure out, like, if I'm doing a game challenge run and I want to jump into you know, an analog horror, how do I fit that in? So is it gonna? I don't want to stream every day of the week because I have 3 channels I have to manage. So I don't want to mess with that too much. But 3 times a week is manageable. At the same time, I'm able to create more content for you guys and chop it up into smaller, you know, digestible pieces while we're on the meat and feeding mother motif. So I don't know. I just you guys let me know what you think about the streaming schedule thing. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, that's already set. That will happen. I'm trying to figure out though if I'm trying to fit in a challenge run or maybe even another analog horror. Do we maybe move the stream times? Or I don't really want to stream any more than 3 times a week though. It's just a lot considering the 3 channels that I have to manage and juggle around constantly creating content for. So I would like to know what you guys think. I'm always open to suggestions to figure out, you know, what's going to work best for us, you know, because obviously I want as many of you guys here so we can figure this out together while it's possible. And then, you know, we can just find a new direction to take the channel. So as we have already, Inhuman Live, which was Inhuman IRL, has come full circle. Back in 2020, I think, when I started the channel, it was 100% live, 100% walkthroughs, guides, all live. And I ended up changing direction to go to Twitch, I think 2 years ago in November of 2021. Since then, I really didn't experience any growth. I got like 150 followers over a year and some change. But I did gain some valuable experience. So I was like, okay, well, Twitch didn't work out. And I pushed really hard for Twitch. I tried really hard to make it happen. I was streaming 5 times a week, 3 to 5 hours every day. It just wasn't working. So I went ahead and made the decision to come back to YouTube because that's the home for all of my content, really. And I wanted to have each channel be very different. So initially I had the lore channel, and then I had the sister channel, which was Inhuman Universe, which started off as a gaming channel, actually. But the history of that I can go into in more detail later. Now it's more of like a sci-fi film and animation type channel. So I'm doing a lot of anime theories, things like that. Well, the third channel I've created is this one right here, the one you're watching now, Inhuman Live, which has been rebranded to go back to that live content. I want to have primarily, you know, as close to 100% live content as possible so that you guys can get like the raw, unscripted experience. You know, so my challenge runs that I was doing on Twitch are now going to be here. Live reactions to ARGs, I've never done before, so that's brand new, and they're all going to take place here, of course. And, you know, sometimes you'll have the occasional videos that are done post, you know, like the shorts or the guides or whatever, but in general, I would like to have as close to 100% live content as possible on this channel. But anyways, that's that story that has been told many times before. You guys are eventually going to have to do a video when I get enough subscribers that I can kind of give you all a history of all the 7 years of content creation and what it's come down to and how much it's changed, how much I've learned. It's been a journey for sure, and I'm really looking for it to, you know, continue in a positive way. It's been really tough, you know, these past few months, but it's been a a blessing in and of itself. Just learning all these new things and being able to have fun, have the ability to dive into something like an ARG and really like overanalyze something of fiction. It's just a work of fiction like this. It's just so much fun to me. But anyways, you guys are awesome. Thank you all so much for joining today. I am going to figure out if I can locate the remaining 4 pink letters in the Happy Meat Farms HR orientation video, and I'll try to rearrange them so that they fit that format that we know should work, because that's the same format that worked for the other 2 passwords. If we can make that work, then Monday will be the final stream for Happy Meat Farms. Soon after, you guys will get a guide and a concise lore video, so be sure to check those out. If you guys enjoyed this video, please do subscribe. It means a lot to me. And if you want to support in a more personal way, I have Patreon available as well, where I have weekly behind-the-scenes videos of kind of my schedule, my thought process, and what I have going for the week, successes and failures of the past weeks and weeks to come. So, always invite you guys to check that out. My main channel, which is the Inhuman 1, does have memberships and stuff set up as well. You can get exclusive perks like emojis and all that. So be sure to check it out. It's a lot of fun. We put a lot of work into that for you guys. So I hope you enjoy it. Anyways, thank you all so much. You guys are awesome.